Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. I once again have gotten a number of subscribers, and I just want to say to all of you, thank you so much. To those of you who have reached out to me via Instagram to ask questions about life in Korea or skincare or quarantining, I just want to say thank you so much. I hope everything is going well for you. I absolutely love when you guys leave me comments or actually come to my Instagram and ask me questions. I love all of you so much. Anyway, today I'm going to be answering a question I get all the time. Not that I mind. Listen, if you're gonna talk to me, thank you. Listen, I just love the attention. You want to come talk to me? Please talk to me. So I'm not complaining, but I get this question a lot. So I thought, this might be a really interesting video topic. So here I am, just chilling, undone hair, my coziest hoodie ever, and we're gonna talk all about why I love living in Daegu, South Korea. So let's get one thing straight first. I live in the city of Gyeongsan, and that is the very, very, very last stop on the Daegu subway system. So I don't actually live in the city of Daegu. I live in a suburb right next to it. It's essentially like when I lived in Cleveland. I lived in Lakewood, Ohio, but I would tell people, oh, I'm from Cleveland, because it's a lot easier than saying, oh, I'm from a suburb of Cleveland called Lakewood. You all get it. Anyway, that being the case, to go to downtown Daegu on the subway, it's super easy. It probably takes me about 20-25 minutes to go the whole way down. A lot of foreigners who come to Korea are going to want to be in Seoul, and I think that is amazing. However, we're talking about my experience, so I'm just going to be 100% real and honest with you. The first time I came to Korea, I came on a vacation in 2017. I was fortunate enough to be able to travel to a few different cities. I came to Daegu, I went to Seoul, Gyeongju, Jeju. The entirety of Korea is so cool. The great thing about Korea is that it's small, so travel is very easy, but every city has an extremely different vibe and personality. And I happened to really like Tegu the best. One of my really good friends also was an English teacher out here in Daegu. So when I decided to move here both in 2018 and for studying in 2019, she was crucial in helping me get acclimated and used to life in South Korea. So naturally, my love of Daegu and also having someone here that could be my security blanket really did lead me to choose Daegu. However, I have come to really love and appreciate this city in ways that I never thought I would when I first came here. And these are the reasons why. Honestly, if I were to live in Korea forever, I don't think I would actually live in another city. So the first thing I'm going to mention is the size. The size of Daegu is perfect for me. Considering the cities and the suburbs around Daegu, right now Daegu has a population of about 3 million people. In the actual city of Daegu, I believe it's about 2 million or 2.5 million. I come from Cleveland, where our population is maybe 400,000. So I get a really big city vibe when I'm here. A lot of people who come to Daegu are disappointed because they are city people. They wanted something bigger. They wanted taller buildings. They wanted that really busy feel. And you don't really get that here in Daegu. But I like that. I love the big city without the rush. The other great thing about the size is that the subway system is extremely easy to navigate. There are 3 lines. That's it. The buses, the public transportation, the subway, it's all great. It's all super easy. It's very affordable. This city is just the perfect size. The next thing that I'll mention is the Tegu Saturi, or the Tegu dialect. The Tegu dialect is so cool. I can't mimic it for you because it is extremely difficult for a foreigner like myself. But the best way I can describe it is like really cool, like tough guy, badass girl vibes. I love the dialect so much. I really do hope to pick up the dialect, later into my Korean language journey, because when I meet someone who has a Daegu dialect, I instantly fall in love with them. It is so cool. The other great thing about Daegu is the famous food here called makjang. Makjang it's really gross to many people, and it was gross to me when I first came too, but it is actually intestines. Yes, it is intestines. The first time I had it, I was extremely worried. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. But you know, as they say, when in Rome. So I gave it a go and I was blown away. It was so delicious. It was so much better than I had ever anticipated. And now I cannot get enough. When I go drinking with my friends, I am always like, let's have beer and let's get makjang. It's a weird texture because it's meaty, but it's also a little bit chewy. It has a great when I say bland, I mean it in like the best way possible. Like it really is just a nice, like bland, meaty flavor. So whatever sauce you pair it with is really important. Honestly, makjang is so good. The other famous food here in Daegu is naptak mandu, which means flat dumpling. And those are just super fun to eat. I love them. So Daegu does have some really cool, just like Daegu specific food. Daegu's location has to be one of the other great things for me. Here in Daegu, Daegu is very mountainous, so it's great for hiking, it's great for exploring, and it's great for sightseeing. One of my absolute favorite things about the location I'm living is I can see the mountains after walking just about 2 minutes. I could not be happier. Coming from Cleveland, where everything is super flat and we have like a lake, seeing the mountains is still magical to me. Every day I am here, I truly catch the mountains out of the corner of my eye, and I have this moment of just like feeling like appreciation and thankfulness for being here in Daegu, because I'm surrounded by a geography that I've truly never seen in my entire life, you know? So I'm always just in awe of just the natural landscape here in Daegu. That does create a lot of heat in the summer. Daegu happens to be the hottest place in all of Korea, and it is no lie. However, every season out of the year except for summer, I love the mountains and I love the geography here. That's not it when it comes to the location though. Daegu is like an hour from Busan, 40 minutes from Gyeongju. I can go to Pohang, I can go to like Ulsan and see the ocean. And if I want to go to Seoul, I can get on the rapid KTX train for about $35 and be in Seoul in about 2 hours. It is in such a fantastic location. It makes vacationing out of Daegu so easy. I have never felt stuck here. I have never felt claustrophobic or homesick. I can go anywhere I want for really cheap and really quickly. So, I mean, like, it does not get much better than that. The last thing I'll say about Daegu is the people. I think people in Seoul and people in Busan are a little more used to foreigners, and I mean this with all due respect, and I truly don't say this to be rude or anything. I please understand. I feel a little more cared for as a foreigner here in Daegu because not many people come to Daegu to live permanently or to study, and I have gotten a level of care and respect from people here that I have not gotten when I've been in Busan or when I've been in Seoul. And friends of mine who have actually gone to Seoul to study and live, they do say that people who live in Seoul are different because Seoul is the biggest city up there, and foreigners are quite honestly a dime a dozen up there. So you know, there really is a very different dynamic being a foreigner here in Daegu. That does have its downsides, but I'd say 99.9% of the time, I think being a foreigner here in Daegu is good. I have also heard that people in Busan and Seoul, because there are more foreigners there are more opportunities to speak English. You can default back to English and fall back on English a lot more in larger cities out here. I have found that it's more difficult to fall back on English here in Daegu because there are fewer foreigners out here and there isn't as big a need to speak English here. So I think that living in Daegu has been instrumental in my Korean ability. I did actually have 2 friends who studied up in Seoul, and they said that they regretted studying in Seoul because they could always default to English. Whenever they needed, they could fall back on their English. And so they did think that during their time in Seoul, they did not get the real Korean language learning experience that they had hoped for. I can't speak to that, of course, because I haven't actually lived or studied up in Seoul, but my friends who did, that's what they had to say. And so that's Daegu. That's life here in Daegu. If you guys have any questions about life in Korea, if you have any videos that you want to see in the future from me, or you're interested in checking out my Instagram, everything is below. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. There's a description box too. And anyway, everyone, have a wonderful holiday season. Have a wonderful new year, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.